and it's just a pleasure to have him here tonight. And yeah, I just want to praise him and welcome to the stage. It's Tom Priestley.
Yes. Then that's the best introduction again.
It's all freestyle.
Yeah, we've known each other for about 4 years now. I think we met at Poetry on the Mall.
Yeah.
So it must be about 4 years.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me. It seems like you did your anecdote about biscuits. I'll start off with my poem about crisps.
Yes!
I don't care what your favourites are. This is about space raiders. Somebody called me one night outside of an open mic and they told me that I had to write a poem about space raiders. So I did. If I can remember the first line. Cloudy swill burning a hole in my stomach from too many pints and laxative cigarettes. I need bulk to level my insides as I sigh upon realising that they've run out of pork pies. What crisps have you got? I'll drunkenly inquire as my guts groan like a death metal choir. There's deep fried Cajun squirrel, flame grilled possum with ginger spice. I'd be happy with ready salted rather than Dorset cream and fusions of rice. What happened to salt and vinegar? These new concoctions black me head. Is it too much to ask for a bag of space raiders instead? Culinary fusions for £3 a bag when all I want is a little snack. Nothing fancy, nothing debonair. 20% crisp, 80% air. Peking duck with hoisin sauce is too much for me. I want something simple, but I'm accused of being too fussy. Sauteed donkey with deli sensations make me feel sick. I'll consider popping to the office for some frazzles or chipsticks. These newfangled delicacies can't appetise my needs. I'm a simple man with simple taste. Just give me a bag of space raiders, please. Cheers. I want to say I was an influence on the poetry scene, but I do a lot of poetry nights around Leeds, and I normally open up with this one. This is my thoughts on poetry. Poetry. Oh, bollocks, anyway. Poetry, no thanks, it's not for me. It's a load of wank about birds and bees. It's about country estates and observing flowers. I've got TV box sets and fake news to while away the hours. I gave up on Shakespeare when forced to learn about him in school, when Miss What's-Her-Face had me get up and read him in the classroom. I'm not one for sonnets that just don't relate. They can't connect to my confounded state. I can't stand poetry, especially if it doesn't rhyme. Dr. Seuss would turn in his grave if you knew I took the time to listen to some hippie dropout or tightly wound bin rave on about veganism or the fact that their skin. Poetry, no thanks, it's a load of shite. Written by those who are afraid of life as they moan about overfed house cats or their husbands or their wives. The formation of words into a cohesive structure is for mindless academics, wowed by some tedious lecture. Poetry, you can shove that bollocks up your tightly wound ass and choke on those nuances that make you feel smart. Your highbrow wordplay does not wash with me. I was never one for bedtime stories, so why the fuck should I give a fuck about poetry? Thanks very much for having me.
Tom Priestley, everyone! Great jump with the bar. Thank you for that. Yeah. Okay, next up we've got more